My book is Bobbery Searches for Treasure. I dedicated this book to my grandfather, Winston Wilburger. One day while Bobbery was hanging out at the harbor, he heard some sailors talking about going to Coca-Cola Island to find some lost treasure. Bobbery, being quiet, did not want to speak up and asked to go, but something inside him kindled his spirit for exploration. Then Bobbery joined the group and asked to go with them. And this is a picture of the ship. Since there was a young group of sailors, they joyfully accepted him for his experience. They planned to set sail Sunday of the next week. Now Bobbery went home and immediately packed his clothes and sailing hat for the trip. For the next week, all Bobbery did was dream of sailing the high seas. On the night before, he decided to look up and research what treasure was on Cocoa Island. So he got his map out. He found a legend that told that the treasure was the most precious item possessed by the ancient king of Greece. This only raised his anticipation for looking for the treasure. He imagined money, gold, treasure, swords, and so on that would be found on the island. That following morning, Bobbery made it to port before dawn with his belongings. He only found that no one else was there because they were young, inexperienced sailors. Finally, about an hour after the sun had risen, the group of sailors showed up. About an hour later, they set sail for Coca-Cola Island. Coca-Cola Island was only a 2-day sail with favorable winds. The days went by very fast due to high spirits and the blessing of favorable winds. Here is the sun rising. They reached the island only to find that it was swollen up so that they could see the whole island, although this just raised spirits higher. They went to the island and split up into 2 groups. Bobbery was elected leader of his group. Even though this was a small island, it was like a thick jungle. Bobbery elected to search the eastern part of the island. It's a small island that had thick jungle. After searching the jungle for 5 hours, one of Bobbery's crewmates fell into a hole with a staircase. The crew stumbled down the stairs after him. They discovered a chamber with no light, but thankfully, Bobbery came prepared and had packed a torch. Right there's the trap door they fell down. They looked around and saw a chest sitting in the corner wide open. Everybody expected treasure, but there was items like baby dolls, 1 wedding band, and children's clothing. Bobbery then realized that the Greek king's treasure was his family items. The end. Any questions?